This is Miss Tanya, your holistic hair and scalp restoration practitioner, joining you live from her home on this beautiful New Year's Day. Happy New Year, everyone. But get in here, get in here, get in here. I would like to start the new year off with something I know, with talking about something I know that is confusing for everyone. I also know that I have been chosen, I realize this, to have gone through a specific journey within all my paths that I've been down. God took me on a specific path and walked me along a journey filled with knowledge pertaining to water. And one of the many uh, detours and paths that I took with water, I stumbled across an important factor that is affecting everyone in the world today, and that is hydration. Now, I also know that everyone understands that, I don't know if everyone really truly understands it, but true beauty, the foundation of true beauty, stems from hydration. Okay? You can't really have your best skin if you're dehydrated. You can't really have your best hair if you're dehydrated. Happy New Year, everyone. Get in here. Get in here. I'm talking hydration on this New Year Day. We are now ready and prepared to be better this year. Tribe, anybody, greetings. I need you to subscribe if you are holistic like I am. You are within a safe space. Let me reintroduce myself. I am Miss Tanya Mason, CEO of Tanya Does Hair, founder of My Water Beauty Solution, and your educator and creator of the all-new hair and scalp restoration program and masterclass, including in-person training. But what I'm coming on today to also help us to understand is this water game. Because I'm now realizing a lot of us are a little confused about what real and true hydration is. So I came on today. Happy New Year. Tribe. Anybody with holistics, if you know what that means, and let me just drop that knowledge for you today. Because a lot of individuals, especially women of color that I've spoke to, have yet to give me the proper definition of holistics. So greetings, Vaughn. Let's learn today on this Happy New Year. Happy New Year. On this New Year's Day, January 1st, 2025. Everybody, I'm about to turn 50. I was born in 1975. Oh, I'm a half of a dollar next year. At any rate, 50? Happy New Year, tribe. That's my new thing now. So, Vaughn, I know you are a part of my tribe. Everyone say hello to Vaughn, the beautician. He's out in Durham, North Carolina. He's part of my tribe. Greetings, Tin Man. Greetings. If you're holistic, which means, let me break that down, because a lot of people I realize don't seem to really know what holistic means. They tend to think it's a way of being wellness. It's wellness. Like, no, that's not what holistics means. Then I've heard people say that they think holistic means something about being natural. No. Holistics has nothing to do with the natural community. Holistic people are researchers. That's another word for holistics, because you see, we look at the whole. We take time. I know a lot of you are way too busy. I'm hoping you used to be too busy and that you left that back in 2024. And that moving forward, greetings, Kitty makes puppets, greetings. If you're into doing better, because that's what life is all about. We're supposed to be living to get better each day, right? This is for you. And I want you to subscribe, okay? As well as like the video. Because I'm not here to inspire you to take another shot of alcohol. I'm not here to encourage you to go eat another steak. I'm not here to encourage you to take another pill. Well, you're doing that already, right? Right. I'm not here to encourage you to drink another powdered drink. I'm not here to even encourage you to drink some tea. Everybody's dropping tea. Miss Tanya dropping water, okay? Because you need water before you make that tea. You need water before you make that coffee. Ooh, you need water before you make that drink. You need water before you make that baby's infant formula. Bet you we ain't thought that far. So holistics is all about looking at the whole. I am a real holistic woman. I don't use the word for clout. I live a full holistic lifestyle, and it's a level up from the natural lifestyle. Now, let me explain. I was a natural hair care specialist for 16 years. Understand, I've leveled up. I've done additional research because I've always been holistic ever since I was a little girl. I just did not realize my appointing and anointing at a young age. That's why I struggled all the way through life. But I now realize that hydration, this is something that we're confused about, and I know everything about it. So let me just touch on some things like I was just doing about water. Water is the foundation to all living things, whether you believe it or not. And let me just give some back history, okay? I've been to jail 5 times. 5, not twice, 5. I've been indicted by the feds. Got that money. They didn't like it. I've also been homeless. I've been strung out on drugs. And when I was homeless, I slept in a car. I had a Volkswagen Bug, mind you, with my daughter. And she was so young, she was in a car seat, to show you how crazy that was, but I did it. I also have been strung out on drugs. I've been homeless. I've been to jail 5 times. I've been a gang member, and I was active. I did shoot somebody in his ankle because he was in our neighborhood and he wasn't supposed to be. Because I followed the rules of the gangs. I've always been a compliant individual. So I need you all to understand what I've been through. My experiences in life are grand. I've been through things that most women ain't yet to touch. And they're older than me. So I understand why God put me through all the things. I've been beat by a man. I've had a man strangle me till the point I know what it feels like to die. Like, been there. Had a man strangle me out because I didn't want to have anal sex with him. So yeah, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, tribe. Thank you, Kitty. I think I'm the best at doing hair. Excuse me. I think I'm one of the best at doing hair. I've been doing it, y'all. This makes 32 years this year. I'm like, dang. I know some individuals ain't even 32 years of age yet. And I've been at hair. Even when I was homeless and strung out on drugs, I was still slaying hair. I've been doing it for years. I've just never taken my stuff public. I've always been an introvert. I've never liked working in a salon. I've never liked working around other stylists. I've always liked having my own area. Thank you, Kitty. Thank you very much. And now I'm ready to teach other people, because I know a lot of individuals that claim that title to be the best, but they don't have any educational program or trainings that they're offering. They're just, well, I decided to build training for others. I'm ready to teach now. Some stylists don't want to learn nothing new. I've already done that research, and it really hurt my feelings to talk to some other stylists that looked at me like I had farted when I talked to them about adding additional services to your menu and your services and enhancing them so that you can make more money. And they looked at me like this and said, I ain't got time to be doing all that. I was so hurt. I really was. Because what I was hearing through these clients, I'm seeing now is true. Not everyone behind the chair cares, but that's not what I'm on here for. And thank you, Kitty. What's up? Get up, stand up. What's up, y'all? I bet y'all better be subscribing because I'm about to drop this water knowledge because I understand and I already realize ain't nobody talking to any of y'all about water, even your doctor. I've researched them too. I've researched the pharmaceutical industry. I've researched the FDAs. I've researched the ATF. I've researched the USPS. I've researched the EPA. I've researched all kind of businesses because that's what college taught me to do is you research businesses when you really want to get the knowledge of what they're doing, right? So I've done that and I've learned a lot. Mari, ooh, Happy New Year from the Big Apple. I pray that you bless me with your presence. I would love to be in New York and be able to witness Times Square in person. I know someone, at least I've leveled up to know someone that's there. She was there last night and gave me at least a live viewing. That was everything. Because again, y'all, I used to gangbang, so I've never had like friends that are doing things. And I used to hang around girls that would rather go to the liquor store than go get a job. You know what I'm saying? So I was not raised and was not inspired by the type of individuals that you all may have been inspired by. So my transformation in my life, in my journey has been amazing. And I'm now confident enough, that part, most women are afraid to admit that they've been to jail or that a man ran up in them and choked them out because she may have rejected anal sex with him. Some women are not yet ready to have those conversations, but it's 2025 and Happy New Year. How are you? So let's talk about water, okay? Because this is something that I know you all are struggling with. And I know that it's confusing. I know that you think I know you have heard that I need 8-ounce glasses of water a day to be hydrated. I know that you've heard I need a gallon of water every day to be hydrated. I know you've heard, oh, I'm hydrated as long as I'm drinking a lot of water. I've heard and I know that you think that you're hydrated because the only time you drink water is when you're thirsty. All of those show that you have zero water knowledge. And if you don't have any water knowledge, you are drowning in fatigues. Do you know what a fatigue is? Because I had to do that research too, because I've been around so many people that have used so many different words that I really didn't know what they meant. I'm not even gonna lie. Pardon my hair, it may keep looking a little crazy, but this is how I get up. This is in the morning. Never used to look. I used to look up looking like Kunta Kinte, looking crazy as heck, having to run to the bathroom. And I don't have to do that. It looked like this. Look, I'm gonna show y'all how my hair looked. Because I used to couldn't even do this. It kind of looks like this when I wake up. And then all you gotta do with my water hair is just do this little shake situation. Kind of like the white girls, I ain't gonna even lie. That's what we steady trying to copy anyway when we putting on wigs and weaves. Now I figured out a way for us to just have beautiful, flawless, shiny, manageable, moving hair that's never kinky and just stays manageable no matter what you do to it. But we're not gonna talk about that. Thank you, misleading. I pray y'all subscribe because we about to talk about this water. And that ain't got nothing to do with my amazing brand and my amazing product and the hair growth results that I've figured out now how to give on a holistic level to all the clients booking with me here in Colorado. We came on here today, Happy New Year, to talk about water. And I already know those of you that are them low-key alcoholics, some of you, I wasn't a low-key alcoholic. I was true to anything I do. I'm true to it. So everyone knew I need a drink. You want a shot? I need a shot. I traveled with bottles. I got photos of me driving to Vegas and we stopped by the liquor store before we got on the highway. And I buy big. Everything I do in life is big. But I bought like liters of alcohol and I put them in the car seat and strapped them in to make sure that in case we get in an accident, the liquor, these bottles ain't gonna break, So I was a true alcoholic. So I was not interested in water. So if y'all are alcoholics and you're not looking to change in 2025 and you want to keep drinking and you think that that is going to help you with your problems, you might want to exit stage left right now. But if you are drinking like I used to, and you just didn't understand, I wasn't drinking to fix my mental illness. I liked being drunk. I liked geeky laughing because I wasn't no angry drunk. When I get drunk, we gonna turn up. We gonna do all type of stuff like sit on a curb in dresses and have more men stopping just because we're sitting on the curb than the girl sitting with a sign up at the light. We gonna have that type of fun if I'm drinking, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna want to turn up. I used to watch people drink alcohol and then you want to flip tables and think you can toss a Tahoe across the street type of thing when you drink, and then you start doing this. I know I had a cousin, every time she started drinking, something about her lip and her attitude went with it. And she started like, what you looking at? That was her drunk face. What's wrong with you? And her whole stuff just flopped. That wasn't me. Maybe I did change, but I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I might be serious sober, but drunk. Okay, back to the origin. Water, 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 water. Woo, me too. I was that one misleading. Well, I don't hang with them girls no more, but the girl I used to hang with, she used to ask me, Tanya, you are getting on my nerves. Because something about me, I'm an Indian chick. So drinking is our, protein. So I know how to put liquor down. We know how to drink. We try to have a rule that says, we be trying to sit there and we be waiting until noon so we can go to the liquor store and start drinking for the next day. But if you a real Indian woman blooded like I am, then you already know. I think we was born learning how to drink because I think I started drinking at like 5 years old. I can remember going around the house sipping my parents' leftovers in the cups because they would fix their drinks in them little cups this big and leave ice in them, and the ice would melt. It would dilute it, but I was drinking that the next morning because I was an only child. Nobody ever watched me, so I used to could do what I wanted to do when they so-called taught themselves sleeping. Like, okay, you parents that got them only children, y'all are the dumbest parents because y'all think that we just be sitting there kumbaya by ourselves playing patty cake with the air while y'all in the bedroom goosing and stuff. We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. I'm at the door listening half the time. But anyway, let's talk about water because I know that this is something that you all are struggling with because again, this is serious stuff, everyone. Vaughn, I'm proud of you because the first step to transitioning out of being alcohol dependent is admitting that it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? I know some people drink and refuse to admit that the alcohol is a problem. That's the first step. I knew alcohol was a problem for me. It's nasty. Anybody that sits here and says it's good, you a darn lie. Alcohol is the nastiest liquid. Some of them are disgusting. Like, woo, I can't even see it. And I used to drink Patron like it was water. I used to think Patron was my water. I did. I drank it all day, every day. In between clients, I started my day out with coffee. That's not the best liquids to drink. And now I know why. It dehydrates you. And I can tell you why. It's got so much stuff in it that's unhealthy for the internal body. But I can tell you why later on. Because we're talking about the water that you use to make the coffee. Starbucks needs to shut down. That's nasty. Do y'all know that we're buying tap water coffee? Steady running over there, and what you think you getting healthy coffee or some snatch because it's costing you $12 for an 8-ounce cup? Dang, the whole bag of coffee beans don't even cost $12, y'all. Ugh. But But I was her. I was there every day. Couldn't start the day without some Starbucks, and I was putting extra everything. I needed extra sugar, extra protein, extra caffeine, extra cigarettes. I need extra ice, extra straws, extra foam, extra milk, extra everything. Put all that back there in mine. Ooh, yes, Vaughn. See, I didn't learn about alcohol until I toured the distillery here in Colorado. And that blew my mind. See, when I toured the water department, that blew my mind too. When I toured the milk, we got a milk packaging factory up here in Jacksonville, Colorado. That's the day I stopped drinking milk. Like, the hell? Oh my God. We be moving way too fast. But Happy New Year, tribe. If you've subscribed, just type in tribe, because I know a lot of you just watch me to be watching me, but I'm collecting my tribe, because in a minute I'm about to get even off of this platform, because I just told my marketing team I really don't like YouTube, because YouTube, I'm trippy. I was a gang member, so understand, y'all. Fighting people and putting my hands on people is extremely therapeutic. Used to be, I changed. But that used to be fun for me to fight. I know a lot of females scared to fight. My best friend, Shauna, she forever scared to fight. I'm not. I'm always with it. That's why I don't like being around certain situations, because if somebody starts hopping around me, I'm gonna get to hopping around too. I'm a responder. You feel me? I match energy. That's why females don't like me, because some females, they like to be different all the time. I call it two-faced. But one day they want to be nice, the next day they want to act like they got an attitude, right? I don't do well with those people, but I'm gonna match your energy. So if you speak, I'm gonna speak. But if you frowning, I'm gonna frown back too. If you pop off, I'm gonna pop off too. That's why my mother doesn't like me anymore, because she doesn't understand that now every time I say something to Tanya, she goes off. No, it's not that I go off. You went off. I just matched your energy. So don't get mad because I matched that energy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm changed, y'all. I'm a good woman now. I really am. I've gotten through all those struggles. Greetings, DJ. Greetings. I don't know who you are, so you got to say something more than hello. Matching energy is awesome. It's not in everybody. Most people fight the energy, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So like if somebody's being nice to them, they're being mean to them. I know people that are like that. I'm not like that. I'm gonna match your energy. You be nice to me, I'm gonna be nice to you. My people that really I almost cussed. My people that really mess with me know this. You do something for me, I'm gonna find something to do for you. When people say like, Miss Tanya, I love your, I be like, my loves you too. And people notice that, like, dang, Miss Tanya is always so motivating, and she's a brown skin, because I see how people look at me. People expect me to be snarly and messy, and I'm not. Not no more. I used to be, but I'm not no more. And people have a hard time with the fact that I've changed. Like when I run into the homies that I used to bang with, they have a real hard time seeing the way I drive. They still driving buckets. They are. They have a hard time. They're like, how did Tanya get all this knowledge? How did Tanya get all this? How did Tanya figure out all this stuff? Why did Tanya get all these clients? Man, because I wanted it, period. I wanted it. They didn't want it. I tell everybody, them girls had the same choices available to them that I had. I decided to go after some different things, and I made some different choices. So I've gotten different results. Let's go back to water, because that's what I want to talk to you all about. So hydration, water. Listen, hydration is something that, like I said, I know we're all confused about, because I've yet to meet someone that knows how much water they need. And Vaughn, you only now know because you've talked to me and you've gained my knowledge and you've gotten my education. But 8 ounces of water a day is only enough water for someone that weighs 128 pounds. That formula was set back in 1972 when the FDA enacted. Now, some of you may not have been born yet, like me. I was born in 75. So I was born into a time when the FDA first began approving to put chemicals in things like water among your food and the drugs. That's why they're called the FDA. They regulate all your food. They regulate all the drugs that go in the food. And I had to learn through the research, like, whoa, this stuff is deep. They regulate the water as, I just lied. I'm sorry. They do not regulate the water. The EPA regulates the water and what goes into it. So I didn't know none of this stuff, because if you are like me, try. Hi, Flower Girl. Happy New Year. If anyone has subscribed, I need to see Tribe. I need to understand, and I need to know that my people are here with me. I mean, I see you, Flower Girl. I see you, Vaughn. But a lot of these other names are new to me. So Tribe, type in Tribe if you have subscribed. Because this is a holistic tribe. I'm not natural. I'm not organic. I'm not vegan. I'm not vegetarian. I'm holistic. It's different than all of those. And if you ask, I'll explain it. Like, how is holistics different from vegan? I'll tell you. my shaboing boing is vegan, and I'm slowly penetrating his mindset to get him to understand how unhealthy those foods are. He thinks because he sees 55 ingredients that say plant in front of it, he thinks that it's healthy for him. And it's not, my people. I said tribe. I'm going to be quiet until we do. I want to do greetings, FM. Welcome to my holistic approaches. And I got a whole bunch of them that God has appointed me to experience and do the holistics, so that we can swim through these waters a little better, so that your journeys are not as hard as mine was. I just told y'all I was an alcoholic. I'm also going to share something also. You want some transparency? I had stage 2. Some of y'all don't know. Why is she always throwing up that 2 deuces? Because there's a lot of things in my life that coincide with the number 2. And one of them in my life and in my journey was that then doctors told me back in 2017, I had not just cancer, stage 2. So we're going to talk about what cancer is. Y'all better get to, what's up, Tribe? That's what's up, Vaughn. Tribe. Get used to Tribe, Mari. Ooh, I can't wait to meet all of you, because you all are special. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not here to be popular. I'm an only child. I don't like crowds. I like a tribe. I like-minded soulmates. And now, just here in my own community, I'm nothing like the others behind the chair in their lifestyles. I know a lot of women 50 years old, they're not nowhere near my status quo. They're still struggling. You know what I'm saying? So I realize that I'm different, and so are all of you that's in my tribe. You want better. You strive for better. And we've been born into a society that is catering to those that really don't want to be better. A society that's catering to those that are drinking alcohol and cussing and doing a bunch. I cuss. I just don't drink alcohol. You know what I'm saying? We all have vices, right? But again, if you're in my tribe, you want to get better. You're not afraid to learn. You're not afraid to try different things. I'm not afraid to try nothing. Unless I've seen that it hurt somebody else. That's the only thing I'm not gonna try. But if I'm new to it, I gotta try it just to see what it's gonna do for me, so that I can determine if I'm gonna do it again, or if I'm gonna leave it alone and be like deuces. So back to holistics. Let's stay focused, because I do have notes here. I love to talk, as y'all can see. That's why I decided to come on live this morning. Holistics means looking at the whole, everyone. So no matter what the subject, you got to look at the whole. This is why a lot of individuals refuse to book with a holistic practitioner. Most of you avoid a holistic, or don't, maybe not even, may not have one, but a primary physician, they don't have time to do the holistics with you. They're a part of the pharmaceutical industry. Their protocol is to treat you. Okay, and I'm gonna talk about that too, because they treat the water. And that doesn't mean removing anything from you. Treatment means adding something to you. Now remember, walk carefully with me. I had stage 2 cancer, and I flushed it out of me with water. After suffering a surgery the first time, cancer was found in my body. Excuse me, the cancer had ate at an organ. So holistics is looking at the whole, my people. It has nothing to do with anything natural. That word has no place in this hut, okay? The natural community is up there around the corner and up the street, okay? And they, let's be clear, listen, they tell a lot of lies. They had me confused. I was deep off into their hut. I invested into the natural world. I even called my business a natural hair care salon. I even called myself from behind the chair a natural hair care specialist. I called all my services natural. Why? Because they said it was chemical free. And that wasn't the case. That wasn't true. Because everything natural, it got chemicals in it. So that pissed me off when I found out the truth. Don't lie to me. I might need some bicarbonates in my mouth or in my water. But don't lie to me and say your water is natural or pure or it's spring even, and you've got bicarbonates in it. Don't lie to me just to make money. I don't like that. That's why I'm holistic and my business is non-commercial. I don't run commercialized businesses. That means that I don't have my businesses for profit. I didn't start them for profit. If you have a commercialized business, that means that you got into business for one purpose, to make a profit. That's not why I'm in business. I've been doing hair for 32 years. I wanted to be a gang member and a dope dealer. I never said I want to be a doctor. I want to be an attorney. Nah, I wanted to be a gang member. And Miss Tanya wanted to be a drug dealer because I did that well. I sold so much dope, the feds couldn't stand me and they came and got me. And my guidelines was 10 years to life. I was so offended. Like, I ain't even killed nobody. And y'all giving me 10 years to life? Dang, they was mad because I was sitting in it through the USPS Postal Service, and they didn't like that. But see, I think they also still go into my orders to this day, because I get a lot of orders that get broke open. And I already know, because I dissect their business heavily, so I already know that they're going into my packages and they're confused because they're like, she used to ship drugs, now she's shipping water. And put my bottles back in my packages and tape it up and go give it back to the courier and get my package to my customers. But anyway, Holistics has everything to do with looking at the whole. I also live and practice the full definition of holistics, which is finding an alternative solution. This is why your holistic anything are much better for you in your lives, because we have done the research, we specialize, we're not afraid of the truth, and we take time to look at the whole, right? So one thing I know I've looked at the whole is with water and drinking water and being hydrated. And this is something that we all really, cannabis goddess? What is your name? Which name? I got 3. Tanya Geraldine Mason. Nonetheless, water. I can tell when in my practice, I have a private practice now, when a woman comes in and she's dehydrated, and some individuals are severely dehydrated, and I can tell by their lips. This is something you can check yourself. Go look in the mirror. And if your lips are cracked, you're dehydrated. You're not drinking enough water. You're drinking too many other liquids. and not enough water. Mm. If you have headaches every morning, and this is something you don't post about, I've done the research and I was hurt. So this was something that I didn't tell nobody about. You just go pop a pill for the headache. I already know. That's a sign you're dehydrating. Ladies, our menstrual cycles. You're not supposed to be flowing no longer than 5 days. So if you're flowing longer than 5 days, you're dehydrated. Facts, you're not drinking enough water. And don't fool yourself by going through life saying, I drink a lot of water, and you know you're not monitoring it. Don't fool yourself like that, because I did that for years, and that's how I ended up with cancer. And I hope that you all don't have to be told for a second time that now you got stage 2 in order to, that's how God got my attention, because the first time I was told I had this benign mass is what the words were used back when the chemicals, because that's what cancer means, y'all, it's another word for chemicals, when it had built up in my body before, because I was an overweight woman as well. I lived well over 220 pounds the majority of my life, and I thought that was sexy. To have a stomach bigger than my butt, that's not sexy at all. And shame on you men that are managing that with your wives. You're supposed to be motivating us and getting on us like my dude does. He has a way, when my belly gets big, he grabs it when we're goosing. That just tells me that it done got a little big. You know what I'm saying? And that's his way of inspiring me to keep my body good. Because having a stomach bigger than your booty is a problem. If you look down and you can't see your snatch, you're dehydrated. You're not drinking enough water for your body mass. So the water thing I didn't know about. I'm not going to tell why. I thought when I was drinking my Arizona tea, I was looking at the labels at a very early time in my life. Greetings, cannabis goddess. Tribe, let's check in again. So when I do tribe, I need everybody to type in tribe, because I'm different. I like to identify who's really mine. Because some of these individuals about to get removed. I don't know if you guys can see everyone's comments, but I have some protections now put on my channel that won't allow certain comments to come through. So when I see that my moderator has gotten you, I'm gonna remove you. So to come in here and be disrespectful, give me a second, tribe. Let me do some damage control. I need to do another one. I've seen another one. Give me a second. Greetings, Misleading, DJ, Vaughn. Okay, I think I got them all out. Water Tribe, that's what's up, FM. I like that. Somebody here called me a water whisperer. She's Polynesian. Because, I do all type of ethnicities and cultures in my private practice. And she was like, Tanya, you're the water whisperer. I told her that's sexy. I told her I like that. I have another PR agent here, been begging me to hire her. She calls me a hydration expert. I got a lot of white people calling me brilliant. But yet people of color tend to call me uneducated and look at me like I don't know what I'm talking about, because I'm not asking you to take a shot of Patron, or I'm not asking you to buy some tea or some coffee from me. I'm asking you to drink enough water, of the right kind of water for your body mass. When I die and I go, God calls me home, I want y'all all to remember Miss Tanya. If nothing else, yes, she was trippy. Yes, she was different, but she had knowledge. She wasn't a gatekeeper, and she always got honest about drinking water. Because anybody that knows me, I keep water with me. This is like American Express. I never leave home without it. This is my protein now, because that's what protein really is, y'all. The FDA got y'all tricked and brainwashed into thinking that protein is food or a nut or a plant. It ain't none of them. That's why everybody's calling even conditioner protein. Come on, everyone, slow down. Is there ever gonna be a day that's gonna come that you're gonna ask yourself, what is protein? Is there ever gonna be a day that you're gonna ask yourself, what is a calorie? You ever gonna ask yourself, what are nutrients? No, you're just gonna keep thinking it's good for you. Were you ever gonna stop and think, what is an electrolyte? Do you even know what an electrolytes are? I asked somebody that the other day and she couldn't name not one. Like, and you steady drinking electrolytes, something that's telling you they done added electrolytes, but they done dropped this word on you, so you think it's something different. Once you do the holistics, you start to, it's uncomfortable. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I said you gotta be real special. Honestly, you gotta be strong. You can't be no punk doing holistics. And there's a lot of punks in the world. Oh, it's a lot of sensitive females, and especially in my industry. I was just talking to a young lady the other day, and I was telling her, look, she was doing a service where I don't know what they're doing. And I'm gonna just cut to the chase. Back in my day, if you was swelling up your lips, you was sucking the shaboing boing. And that's why you did that, to make the sucking. Women don't understand that. Some women don't understand the history of what they're doing, just like piercing your tongue. That's for the kitty cat. So when you're licking her, you giving her an extra sensation. Just like men, you wear an earring in the right ear and not the left ear, that signifies your sexual preference. Or two. You wear two earrings. Back in my day, you gay. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you walk in, whether you got makeup on. So listen, I was raised differently. But ask yourself, do you even know what these words mean before you start and continue to ingest them in 2025? Because the lack of knowledge, my people, is self-inflicted. That's your fault, nobody else's. I now realize that. High school wasn't designed to teach us about our insides. We didn't go through medical school in high school. And I was barely in the high school. I was on the corner drinking 40 ounces and shooting dice with the homies. So I know I came out of high school and didn't have the proper knowledge. I barely slid out of high school. Don't even have a diploma to this day because I owed them so much money. They tried to like confiscate my diploma. I was like, I don't need that piece of paper. My mom and them saw me walk across the stage, and I know I got up out of here on time, so that's all that mattered to me. But to this day, I do not have a copy of my diploma. But I wasn't getting the knowledge. That's the people in here. I have some spirits in this apartment. I already know it. I already told my dad about it just in case they get real aggressive and try to like make me disappear or something. But I do be having all type of stuff going on, noises and all type of stuff. Changing, like they be sounding in the morning like there's people clanging the pipes and stuff in the morning here. It's really awkward. But nonetheless, back to what I was saying. Water. Can you explain protein and water? Thank you. I think water is protein, tribe. Let me break it down. When you go back into history, because this is what holistics is all about. You can't just use Google. Google is a new millennial resource tool. And somebody put all that together. I even researched Google. It was like, how y'all be knowing like where the streets and stuff are? And someone told me that worked with Google was like, we have a whole team of individuals that get paid to drive around and like record data. Like this street ends at this street, or this highway is 2 lanes here. This highway takes you here. There are people on the road that work for Google all around us every day, and I didn't know that, right? So, why did I go into Google? At any rate, we're gonna talk about protein and water because, back in time. I researched the whole, not just Google. That's why I got into that. Google is only good if you're looking at a definition. If you're reading anything else other than a Wikipedia definition of a word, it is an opinionated statement that somebody wrote. So be careful with Google. Okay, a lot of people are going to Google for your research. Don't let that be the only resource of information. You've got to do 3. That's how you research. You got to go to 3 different sources and ask the same exact question. And then you got to take notes to identify the commonalities. 9.999 times out of 10, the commonalities is the facts and the truth. People add to the facts and the truth all the time to make it theirs, just like I have, right? So you have to, again, take the time to look at 3 different sources in order to find the truth. And I've done that on a lot. Good question. I'm digging in them brains. E. Jarvis, I need you to subscribe if you have not already. But I'll tell you, so one of the parts of my holistic lifestyle is I fetch my water from the mountains. My dad is Jack and I'm Jill. Because for the last 7 years, we've been fetching our water from wells in the mountains. And now that I know water the way I know water, that's good water. And see, my grandmother, who was a white woman, my father's, thank you and welcome. So when I say tribe, everyone types tribe, E. Jarvis, okay? Because this is a special tribe. It's nothing like any other channel on YouTube. Because I follow some of these other holistic individuals and they doing a lot of marketing. I don't market. Marketing means, Aaron, Happy New Year, my friend. Nice to see you. It's 2025 and I'm no longer holding back on my knowledge and what I know and making this tribe special. Because I want y'all to start paying attention. Yeah, she's right. Don't nobody else on here be talking about proper hydration. Everybody else is trying to get me to buy a tea or a powder or a drink or a shake or a coffee or something other than water. I fetch my water, everybody. I was drunk. It's okay, Aaron. I used to get drunk too. I love your mindset. That's why we're tried, because you are at least aware of the result of your choice, right? Do you know how many people drink alcohol and don't understand they're about to be drunk? That was me. I love being drunk. I just did. I was having fun when I was drunk. We used to laugh and I used to smoke too. So them two mixed together, you talk about a night. I used to have them. I was the party didn't start till Miss Tanya walked in because everybody knew she come in with a 5th of Patron and she got at least a zip of weed, an ounce of weed. That's what that means. I used to use a lot of slang. But it's all right, Aaron. You know you all right with me because we're tried. We're not perfect here. We're not perfect. So I'm not perfect. I've been to jail 5 times. Remember that? 5 times. I want y'all to tell them that. Be like, I know Miss Tanya. She went to jail 5 times. Twice for petty theft because I used to steal money all the time. I've always had a problem with money. And then the 3rd time I went to jail was for a credit card company that I ran up. I mean, they messed around, gave me like $20,000. We drove to Vegas. We hopped in a car and drove to Vegas to spend the money on the strip. In 3 days. We spent $20,000 in 3 days. That was fun. We went shopping and ain't got a darn thing to show for it to this day. But I used to have issues, you know what I'm saying? So we're not perfect. I'm not perfect, but I've done a lot of research and I got a lot of knowledge and I live healthy now and I ain't been to a doctor in 7 years. And I'm gonna say that again. I ain't been to near a doctor in 7 years. Don't need to. I've learned how to take care of my damn self. And then now I've realized that, dang, I realized the whole time I was dependent on somebody else caring for my own body. That's how I got cancer. That's how I got cancer, depending on a doctor. They gave it to me. No, I can't say that. They helped. They didn't tell me how to avoid it. And they know. They like, they be celebrating in them offices after they walk out there, our room, and they disappear. I think they go into them rooms and they be like, we got another one. She's dehydrated, so she's sick as hell. We got another one. They be in there high-fiving each other like, yes. They be like, they're so stupid. They think they're healthy. We're not going to tell them nothing. We're going to go give them a pill. No, don't give them a pill. Give them a pill and some cream. Cream? Yes. That way we can hit them with the chemicals one way and the other way. They'll be gone quicker. Are you sure? Yes. And then we're going to tell them to come back and get more. Let's give them some refills. Refills on the creams too? Yes. I think that's what be going on when they go out and they go into the room. Because ladies, the first thing that a gynecologist assistant sees is our pee. and they see how orange and yellow our pee is, which is a sign of dehydration, and they don't say nothing to us about our water intake. That would be like a client coming to me and I see the buildup on their scalps and I don't say nothing to them. What are you really doing for my money, right? I had to pay a copay to see the doctor. Shoot, I'm paying premiums each month to this network to be seen. Alrighty, so the first thing you gotta do you go to church? Oh, I don't do churches, Aaron. I messed around and grew up in a Baptist church. So I don't like those type of dwelling units. I get anxiety. Because it'd be a whole bunch of dehydrated people. That's facts. I just went to a church. My grandmother just died on the 2nd of December. And we had to do a memorial at this church. All of them. The deacons was falling asleep, y'all. And it's 11 o'clock in the afternoon. Why are you sleepy? And you're in the pulpit. Come get your butt down here. You clearly need to work on some things because you shouldn't be sleepy in the pulpit at 11 a.m. Some people doing too much. So, Aaron, don't get mad at me, but I don't do the churches. I think, like I said, I was anointed as a child. So I'm very spiritual, though. I'm not religious. My grandmother was religious. She was one of the ones that used to jump up and do all that hollering and yelling and then try to say that it was the Holy Ghost. That was all a bucket of bullshit. And I didn't know that. And it used to scare the shit out of me, y'all, because my grandmother, we would just be sitting there, everything would be normal. And then all of a sudden, my grandmother would jump up and start jerking and stuff. Do y'all all know that? That's a part of the Baptist marketing system? They ask certain members of the congregation to do that while they're preaching to get other members to think that like God came down into the body or something like that. So maybe if I grew up in a Jewish church, or maybe if I grew up in a Catholic church, I grew up Baptist, and they're messy. Baptist people, I tell them to their face, they're hypocrites. They dress up only on Sunday. They say they're blessed, but they drink alcohol, smoke, do drugs, cussing, and living a horrible life. So it's confusing. The whole Baptist religion, I'll tell any of them to their faces, it's confusing. And then they get mad. They're sensitive too. So it's like, don't get mad at me for having my perception of what y'all do. Look, I know deacons that prey on other deacon wives. And then oh, no. That talking gal, have you subscribed? Try. And I'm not telling you how it is. I'm just giving you my perspective. And what I find when I really get honest and transparent is that I find another individuals have the same experiences and the same exact thoughts, but y'all just scared to talk about it. And that's where I'm best to lead this tribe. Let's get to the water. Sinners sin 6 days a week and repent on Sunday. I learned, Aaron, check this out. I did the research in the Bible. It's not called a church. It's called a storefront. Okay. Because this is when it talks about tithing, because that used to confuse me too. Who is getting this money? Where is this money going to? God. You tithe into who? What? Where is this money going to? Oh, his bank account? I thought it was going to God. And I thought God was up in the sky above the clouds, y'all. That's what Baptist religion had do to you as a child. Look, we was in Sunday every Sunday, but I grew up not knowing the Bible. Don't know the books. I struggle with it to this day. Because Sunday at 11 o'clock, between 11 and 1, was the only time that we even spoke or looked at the Bible, was when we went into this church. So Aaron, I did the research and I've learned that the only individuals that go to church are the ones that don't know how to live. The ones that are still struggling, that need help and need somebody to instruct them on how to be righteous and how to be right. So that's why I don't go to church. I don't need nobody to tell me how to pray. I pray every day, all throughout the day. I read the Bible and I make best of it what I make best of it. I don't want to be misled by somebody else. Look, the last time I sat and listened to a pastor, I found out that not only are you stealing from the city of Denver, he was taking the business credit card and using it to get groceries and gas for his family, knowing that was wrong. But you're the pastor of the church and you're standing before me trying to read the word? Nah, that's not for me. Now, some people are comfortable with that because we all got mindsets. My mother is comfortable with that. I'm not. I'm different. I don't want to follow nobody that's doing wrong, and you trying to preach to me about doing what's right? Come on. You got to walk the walk with me. So I don't preach nothing to y'all about something that I'm not doing. Like this water game, I told you I don't get sick. I'm the healthiest I've ever been. Got the best skin, got the best hair, got the best business, got the best clarity. I don't have high blood pressure no more. I flushed stage 2 cancer out my system. I don't have diabetes no more. My thyroid don't never go hyper or hypo anymore, and it's done both. I don't got headaches. I don't have stomach aches. I'm about to be 50, so my menstrual cycle done said bye. I want to have a period party now. I couldn't wait to get to this level in life. Water. So there's more hell in the church than in the world. Aaron, so no, I don't go to church. Was that a trick question? Because I was scared you was asking me that because you was wanting me to maybe you went to church. Because I don't go to church. My dad said, stop talking about the church. It's not the church. Dad said, it's not the church. It was the people in the church. He said, he was like, he's always sharpening my thoughts. And I was like, Dad, you're right. It was not the church. So I got to stop saying that. We have to speak more precise. So I have to be honest and say it was the people that I grew up around that was in that Baptist church is what had me all confused and stuff. All right, so the first thing is you got to first know how much your body needs. This is where I realize everyone's confused because no one has taken the time to do the research like I have. So it is a formula, everyone. It's not a guesstimation. It's not a roundabout way. You gotta monitor it and you gotta know. So the first step to proper hydration is you get a scale. Let me show you that I have one. Because a lot of individuals in the world today do not possess a scale. This is the first tool that you need. This is just, you know what I'm saying, supplies for hydration, and a scale is one of them. Because if you don't know how much you weigh, you don't know how much you need. And I love testing individuals with their hydration. And I simply ask a very simple question, which is how much water do you drink? And when somebody responds and says, oh, I drink a lot, I used to believe them. And I would think that they were monitoring it and they were on point. Nah. I've done the holistics with that too. And when somebody responds to me and says, I drink a lot of water, you're dehydrated. And you can tell. So anybody that's overweight ain't drinking enough water, and that's why you're overweight. I was overweight, so I know, I can talk. There's a reason to somebody getting cancer. It's not time for someone to be like, oh, poor baby. No, that's what you get for not taking care of yourself. You've taken in way too many chemicals, and the chemicals have begun to eat at your organs. That's what the stages represent. I didn't know that, but I had to do the research and look into the pharmaceutical industry to understand that cancer is another word for chemicals. That's why they call it it. It has began. It's chemicals. And when they say stages, that represents your organs. That's why when you just get a single cancer, they will identify the organs. So that's why they say brain cancer or lung cancer or colon cancer. That just means you're fixable. We can fix that. We're going to put you in these man-made microwaves called radiation. No, chemo, one of them, that stuff, and shoot this liquid up into you that we don't even know what it is. It could be peroxide for all we know. Because we don't research nothing. We just let them do whatever they want to do to us, and we don't even know what they're doing to us. Water, 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 water. Ozempic, Michael, I don't think you're a part of this tribe, love. Because if you're doing Ozempic, you're afraid to do the real work. There's a reason that you need that Ozempic. And if you haven't done the research to identify what's causing you to need Ozempic, then you're never going to get well, and you're going to always need Ozempic because you've been brainwashed to believe that Ozempic is curing what you got. And I tell everybody, if what you were taking for the condition you have was really working, you wouldn't have it anymore. Think about it. When I had high blood pressure, I had high blood pressure the whole time I was taking those high blood pressure pills. I don't have high blood pressure anymore. The whole time I had diabetes, okay, and taking medication for it because I believed what they said to me the whole time. Man, I had diabetes. Are we not paying attention? Or are we going to continue to be misled and brainwashed by these people that are not true, that don't truly care about you? I truly care about you, Michael. And I pray that you at least read the ingredient lists to that Ozempic that you're taking and putting into your body. There's a whole tribe of individuals that lives on treatment. I don't. I'm holistic. I'm trying to minimize the number of chemicals in my body. I'm not trying to add to them. I now realize that's how we get sick. And I used to think unhealthy and fatigues came by way of someone only fat. No. You can look real good and thin and be fatigued up and down, pains left and right going all through your body. And I now realize that's because you're not drinking enough of the right kind of water. I just started eating meat. I did eliminate meat from my diet, and now I'm strategically making it make sense. So my meat is only fish. I just can't rock. Chicken gets caught in my teeth. I don't like that because I'm forever flossing. I care. I do floss and brush. I know a bunch of people do not look at the holistics with your oral care and wonder why your breath is still stinking after you brushed your teeth. That's because you didn't floss. You only brushed. Didn't think of that because I wasn't raised right. I don't know about y'all. Y'all might have been raised right, but I wasn't. My mom was she was distracted by dick. And so she stopped caring for me, stopped giving me attention, and I'm an only child. So I had to start figuring stuff out for myself. And she wonders why I ended up gang banging. I turned to the streets and started mimicking that culture because I was angry and feeling neglected, y'all. Anyway, so you have to do the research like I've done the research in my community. I've researched the flow. I've taken time because I one day wanted to know, like, I've owned 3 homes here in Denver. I don't know if any of you have owned a house or 3 yet like I have, but I've owned 3 houses here in Denver. And one thing that I know none of us have thought about is, have you ever stopped to think, where is the city getting the overage water that's coming to your house? Because not every drop of water that comes out this faucet goes right back down the drain. Because I did research the water companies and the EPA and how they regulate the water. Did y'all know that when it goes down a pipe, it goes out to the street into a wastewater pipe? Then it goes down to the waste management water system, and it does something, and then it kind of gets sent back to us. That's nasty. That's like what Grease Monkey is doing to our oil. I didn't know that. Did y'all know that Grease Monkey is putting used oil back into your car? I didn't know that. There's holes in the bottom of Grease Monkey because I researched their business too, and it's true. I was like, dang, no wonder. So y'all don't ever go to Grease Monkey unless you're cool. I'm not cool with used oil, like recycled oil. So we do drink recycled water. That's nasty, but that's true. So I followed the flow, and I wanted to know where does the overage come from? So it was at the water department because I toured 2 of them, and Denver Water is the one that walked me out to the chemical ponds that they add to the treatment, to the water supply, which is chlorine, fluorine. Fluorine is a poison. Chlorine is just a carcinogen chemical. But fluorine's a poison, dang. And they got liquid lithium and liquid niacin. Liquid lithium is what they make batteries with. But EPA wants that in the water for treatment purposes. And so it don't make sense to me. You got to be real special to be like, ooh, I'm drinking some tap water, which is purified water to my people. That hurt too. But yeah, companies in the store that we buy from in the store are bottling tap water. Listen. Nestle bottling company has a video on their YouTube channel that tells you that they buy permits from the government to resell the tap water that they've already paid for. And somebody told me, Tanya, do you really think that just because a business decided to sell water that they got clean water run into their pipes? No, they bottle in the same tap water that all the other businesses and homes have going to their businesses. Facts, y'all. So to think that you're getting what? I thought the water in the grocery stores was clean water. It's not. And if it's clear, that don't mean that it's clean. Whoa, water is tricky. It's real tricky. Like there's a lot of people that think distilled water is a clean water or a healthy water. That water is for machines. And we forgot this. We have all forgotten and have been so distracted and brainwashed by the FDA and the EPA and these committees that are that have a protocol, and the pharmaceuticals have a protocol to shorten our lifespans because they see how quick we are to just believe whatever they say. If they come out tomorrow, I told somebody this yesterday, I believe that we're in a world to the drinkers, Vaughn, Aaron, if they come out tomorrow and they put plant-based on the bottle of gin, are you going to believe that that gin is all of a sudden healthy for you because it says it's plant-based or organic or vegan? It's a vegan gin. So you're going to believe that it's healthy for you? We got to slow down and drink some water. You know how they used to say, smell the coffee? Nah, don't sniff no coffee. You need to drink some water. So you got to get to your mountains. I've done the research here. You got to get to your highest elevation of mountains that have the lowest level of populations. I found that here in Denver. There's a few of them here in Denver. I have two 12ers that I go to, and I know one 16er that I go to where I know how to, and then you got to obtain the rights to the water. Once you obtain the rights to the water, you can collect as many gallons as you want to. Look, white people know this all day, every day. They do it all year, every year. That's how they stay well, that care. Now, I know there are a lot of white people that don't care either. They'll get unhealthy and get dehydrated too. So it's not a race thing. That's why I want to talk about hydration, because this is something that affects everybody. So you gotta, this water I don't get from the stores. Me and my family knows we fetch our water. We have big jugs, 7-gallon jugs that you get from Walmart, and we go fetch and get as many gallons as we need. Because again, it's a formula. So I've taught even my family, and my children were all hydrated. Nobody in my family is no longer unhealthy, because we've all found, like, dang, water do help. Water do, you know what I'm saying? So if you can't get to mountains, because I understand that now I've done the research and I've tried to help multiple people in different states. And I'm blessed because I live here in Colorado. I've got the Rocky Mountains less than an hour away. Not everybody has mountains in their community or in their area. So I say you may have to depend on a commercial business to provide you with your water. And if that's the case, you want to look for artesian water. Spring water, I used to, like 3 years ago, Vaughn knows, when you first started following me, I was telling all of us to drink spring water, right? That's because I have this habit. I get so excited when I learn something new, I want to run and go share it. But Dad is starting to get on me. He's like, Tanya, why don't you complete the holistics before you go run and tell it? Because sometimes what I'm telling too soon is misleading. So in the beginning, I was telling Vaughn and all my initial followers, okay, thank you, Malcolm. Please subscribe. I want to address y'all's questions as they're coming. And that's hard to do. I just want y'all to know to keep focused on what I'm saying, plus reading y'all's comments. How do we determine how much water we need? You got to weigh yourself, Mari. I weigh myself every Sunday. I get on the scale, because that number, you divide it in half. Okay, so let's do some easy math so you can understand what I'm saying. If you weigh 300 pounds, you need 150 ounces. If you weigh 400 pounds, you need 200 ounces of water. If you weigh 100 pounds, you only need 50 ounces of water. Listen, this formula of hydration begins at birth. The problem is the nurses never really breaks it down for us. There's a reason when your baby is born at 8 ounces that they only bring, like, especially if they're being bottle fed, that they only bring in 4 ounces of formula. They don't bring in no 8 ounce bottle of formula for no newborn baby. That's too much liquid for the body mass. And it increases. This is why the doctors have to monitor the baby, because the babies grow so fast. You got to know when to increase the formula. This is a conversation that is had with the babies, but we don't pay attention and ask or do the holistics. Why am I giving my baby this, I'm saying, this amount of liquid every time? So now that I've realized this, that we've gotten distracted, like I said, and we're learning to live dehydrated. And if that's the case, you're going to need Ozempic every day, because you're going to be struggling on the inside because your organs do not have enough water to properly regulate. Your brain needs a certain amount of water. Your heart needs a certain amount of water. Listen, some people don't understand why they're on a CPAP machine. That's because you're not drinking enough water. Listen, remember, water has two components, hydrogen and oxygen. It is a way to feed your lungs. And if you're not drinking enough water, you're going to end up with a CPAP machine too. I've researched that as well. That all stems down to not drinking enough water. So you gotta weigh yourself. All you gotta do, listen, I can't give y'all everything. Let me see. I'm gonna give y'all my Cash App. I gotta start. How can I make money off of this? Because everybody keeps telling me I gotta stop telling y'all so much for free. Because see, someone tipped me $1,000. I took her with me because I don't think she really believed me. Because I'm like that, you got to show me. So I told her, come on with me, and she came with me. She was tripping about the drive because most city women have never, or they're scared to drive in the mountains. I'm not. I'm more of a mountain girl than I am a city girl. So I took her up with me and showed her, helped her to get her jugs. We went up, had her drink it. And she was like, Tanya. And I was like, I told you, a city full of white people. We was the only brown people up there because white people are smart. She is a biologist. She said she graduated from college with a degree in biology. And she admitted to me, she said, Tanya, excuse my lack of better words. She said, but I didn't know shit about water. And she dropped me $1,000 for taking her up to get her some quality water. And now she realizes that the water that she's been buying in the stores, that tastes funny. Because once you drink a quality water, you're going to detect the low quality, the other water is going to taste funny. Yep. Sell the information. Will you help me, talking gal, since you came up with it? I don't know who you are even, or where you're at, or nothing, but since you came up with the idea, will you help me? And I mean, my knowledge runs deep. I just talked to somebody, brown people. I don't know if you're brown, if you're white, I don't know what ethnicity you are, but I need a mindset that's not afraid to hold this type of seminar, y'all. Fly me into your city or state and let's have a hydration seminar, because I promise you, I think this is something that everybody wants to know. I will be able to help to bring forth this knowledge, the formula. I'll help everybody out there. I'll bring scales so that everyone can step onto a scale and at least leave the seminar knowing how much water you need and how and where to go, how to obtain the rights to water. I'm willing to share that. It's not difficult, but it is a formula. It's a process to it. Get me. I would love to come to Tennessee. I would love to come and help us to understand, because there's so many of my people that think purified water is good water. And I think they think that because it's coming from a store. That's tap water. And I tell everybody, you're better off just drinking the tap water at your house, because the purified water in the stores has salt added to it. The water at your house ain't got no salt added to it. But the purified water in the store do. And that's because they got to change the taste of the tap water that they're bottling. Then it got bicarbonates added to it, my people. And nowadays, they ain't trying to get sued because they know there's people like myself that are getting smart and doing the research. So they put it on the label. I didn't even think to look for an ingredient list on a purified bottle of water because I didn't think nothing was in it because it was clear. I'm not done. In addition to salt and bicarbonates, do y'all know what bicarbonates is? That's baking soda. Forget the plastic. It's what they're putting in it. That's what y'all got to pay attention to. Plastic ain't going to kill you. The flipping salt will make you have high blood pressure and heart problems. The bicarbonates is going to make your liver complicate and not function properly. Then you're taking in man-made potassium. None of that belongs in water. But everybody's running and buying purified water. It makes me so mad. Stop. I don't want nobody buying no more purified water unless you're buying it to water your plants with, feed your dogs. Let them drink the purified water. That is not for our wellness nor hydration. Purified water is only H2O. H2O ain't enough anymore because it's changing. Water ain't the same that it was 10 years ago. It's changing rapidly by the growth of society. And if we don't understand this and get this through our thick heads, everyone's going to live hard. You're going to be uncomfortable. Let me get these. Derek, you better subscribe, sir. Don't be asking me no questions if you ain't a part of my tribe, because I'm going to check. I'm just reviewing the comments. How do we get rights to the water? I got to sell that because that's exclusive knowledge. And I know I talked to a white boy yesterday and he asked me that. He was pressing me because white people are smart. They ask them questions. And he asked me and I told him. He was like, well, how do you obtain the rights to the water? And I was like, man. And when I told him, he was like, oh my God. He was like, I would have never thought of that. I was like, I know. This is how I know I'm appointed and anointed because I'm brown skinned and I got this knowledge. Look, I had a white boy one day. Let me share this with y'all and I'm going to get off of here because I got to get to the shop. Yes, I'm doing clients on New Year's Day because I didn't have nowhere else to put them and they was off today and they wanted to get in. So I said, sure, might as well go make an extra $380 off 2 clients. Ooh, because that's what I make on 2 clients. But anyway, I'm going to do a class. That's what I'm going to do. I think that's what God wants me to do and how I'm going to make the money. I'm going to put together a hydration. I'm going to call it a holistic happy hour. Oh, an HHH, a holistic happy hour, 1 hour filled with me. We're going to have, I'm going to do a water drinking activity, which I think would be dope. To bring waters without a label on them and then have you all come up and taste different types of waters to see if you detect the different tastes. Because forget these dumb tests that they're doing with iodine drops, which only detects chlorine. I tell people, well, so what that you tested the chlorine in the water? What about the fluorine? Because them iodine drops don't detect fluorine. And now that I got the knowledge, I'm not stupid. I now know this. And how many total dissolved solids and how many total suspended solids do you got in the water? Because them iodine drops don't detect that either. So now my knowledge is so hard and deep. I know God wants me to do a hydration seminar and travel the world sharing this crucial knowledge on how to get quality water. It's in every state. You just got to know where to go get it. And I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you feel better. This is right here what I'm sharing with you all today on this New Year's Day on January 1st is what TikTok banned me for. I was never on TikTok doing anything crazy like sitting in my car, having people sending me a bunch of money. You know how many people came up like that? Like just sitting in their car in the front of their house talking about they were homeless and dropping their Cash App, crying and stuff. And how many people be sending these people and nobody sends me nothing. Probably because I don't ask, because they are some beggars and I'm not a beggar, but I would love to be able to be like compensated somehow. Like, can y'all thumbs up my video? How about that? Can we start there? I won't take your money. Just give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Keep it up. Keep going. Everyone on here, just thumbs up the video or share it because this will get posted because this is my first video of 2025. Yes, thank you. I see you all showing up. Thanks. That's the least you could do for me. Because I'm going to answer your questions. Some of them I think I shouldn't answer, or I'm going to be like, stay tuned for the class, right? Or if you can't get to me to Colorado, fly me in. All we got to do, listen, who was that was talking to me? That talking gal. All we need is a library room. Library rooms are cheap as all outdoors, and they're nice. Look, libraries was janky back in my day, but this day, libraries are nice, nice. And they're cheap. All they cost, and I got a real business. I'm insured and bonded, so I can reserve anything. All we need is a library room, and we can charge at least like $80. And then we're gonna feed them, get them some little bougie croissant sandwiches or something, feel me? And then I'm gonna have some good water to provide for them as well. And boy, I will split the money with you. You also need a digital class. You can make money while you sleep. That talking gal, can you reach out to me, please? Can you Google my business, which is Tanya Does Hair, please? Just start up another page real quick on your phone. Go to Google, type in Tanya, Tanya Does Hair, LLC. I'm in Denver, Colorado. I'm like Tupac. I ain't hard to find. You'll get my phone number. Please call me, and we need to connect. I need your help because God has designated me, but I do hair. I don't know how to do an event. I don't know how to do a digital class. I do have a marketing team, but they're trying to market my master classes, and maybe I should tell them that we need to do a seminar. I got a team, so I'll put that on the agenda the next time we meet and see about me traveling the world. And maybe that'll be a secondary thing I do in between my holistic scalp detoxing trainings and do a seminar about hydration, because that'll pull individuals that are not interested in doing hair. Ooh, thanks, talking gal. What is the best water to drink? The best water to drink, if you do not live near mountains, artesian, because it is sold in the stores. That's your mildest. There's no such thing, my people, as pure water. That's a marketing strategy to trick you into buying their water. Even rainwater, you all, is not pure. There's deuteriums in rainwater. So I now have done so much research that now I can help us to just clear the fog and blow out the smoke so that you then can live better. That's my only goal. I live better. And now that I drink the mountain water, so I will put a digital class together because it is, I gotta pee. That's why I'm rocking like this. That's why I gotta wrap this live up. There's a time to drink your water. There is a way to drink your water. You know, you don't sip it, you guzzle it. And then there is a, how can I say it? There's a time to drink your water. You got to know how much to drink. Like, you shouldn't go longer than an hour without drinking any more water, as long as you're active as well. So let me get through these and I'm gonna get off of here. Plastics in water. Malcolm, plastic is your least concern. You need to be more concerned about the salt that they're adding into these waters and the baking soda that they're adding. The plastic is not a carcinogen chemical. I don't know why they even put that into the media. They're trying to distract you from all them liquid carcinogenic poisons and chemicals that they're adding to the water. Let's pay attention to those, okay? You can have a Zoom class and people will pay you and you don't have to travel. I really need to talk to you, talking gal. That is a good idea. Yep, love it. That's that Kagan water people do test. I got kicked out of a Kagan water presentation, E. Jarvis. They got to that part where they wanted to put the 11 pH. I'm not stupid. I know that water that is 11 p that carries in. Hold on, let's take a break. Oh, they're gonna be like, no, this girl didn't go pee. Yes, I do, because I'm hydrated. Sheesh. That's one thing we gotta stop being afraid and mad and don't want to do is pee. Jeez. That's what old people, that's their excuse. Here, I won't flush the toilet though. Y'all know that's old people's excuse. Oh, I don't want to go to the bathroom, so I don't want to be drinking enough water. I don't want to be healthy. Forget that. Peeing and pooping is the two most important functions of the human system. So if you're trying to hold your poop in and you ain't pooped and you know you going 2, 3, 4, 5 days without pooping, keep on. You're going to have them polyps in your colon. They're going to tell you got cancer too. But I got kicked out of the Kagan presentation. I've been kicked out of Whole Foods as well because in the Kagan presentation, I took my meter, which is something I'm gonna sell as well as part of my resources and your supplies that you need. And what I'm gonna do, talking gal, is it's gonna be the holistic approach to becoming an independent water drinker. And it's gonna be called a holistic happy hour. And I think that, oh, they are into me, y'all. They listening to me. YouTube is like, uh-oh, here she go. And they can't stop me on YouTube. This is amazing. So, hey, keep liking the video, mind you. Um, yes, just have a class and charge people to attend Zoom class. When is your class? That's what's up. Y'all need to all subscribe. I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do a class. Yes, yes, yes. This is going to be dope because I have so much information to share that none of you have thought about. And I know it's going to be productive. And I know that your money will not be wasted because you're going to leave with so much knowledge that you did not have prior to coming. And I think education is more valuable than any service that we can pay for, right? And then you all then can hire me to become your what's called hydration coach, because it is a journey. It's a lifelong thing. It's not like a diet where I'm gonna just do a seminar and then you just swallow a pill until they're gone and it's over. No, 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 no. Hydration is a lifestyle. So it's something that we're gonna have to continue to work on and do. So then I'll be what's called your hydration coach, because the industries are changing, the waters are changing. So I continue to research, like I've admitted. I was telling people spring water was the best water. It is not. Artesian water. Spring water is H2O. Artesian water is H3O. That comes from the ground. It's protected. That's the only still water you should be drinking, is protected still water, which is known as primary water, well water, or artesian. I didn't even know what artesian was, and I had to ask. I kick it with white people too because they're so smart. But I went to one of my white homies and was like, "What is artesian water?" And he was like, "Oh, that's protected water. That comes from the ground." I was like, "I thought that was primary water." And he was like, "It's a marketing term that they're starting to use with the waters." I get so frustrated with marketing. I did it when I came on. Good job. I see you want them to taste the water. Absolutely. It's important, that talking gal, because all of our taste buds are different. And I now know if you're a water drinker, you'll detect that every time I give a client some of my water in the shop, they're like, "That's different." And I'm like, "I know, it's quality water." And then they always ask me, "Miss Tanya, where do you get it from?" And then I tell them. But yes, taste is everything, because everyone has a reflux, okay? Also known as your esophagus, I believe. And the reflux, listen, with the alcohol, Vaughn, you alcohol drinkers, we all know this. We cannot chug alcohol. You got something in your throat that's going to say, It's one of your chakras that prevents you from chugging. So heavy waters, which purified water is known as a heavy water, that's your esophagus isn't going to let that down. You got to drink a quality, which is a light water, in order for your body to take it and you be able to guzzle it. You can't guzzle purified water. It's too nasty. You have to sip purified water. So once you start drinking a different type of water, your own body, without your control, is going to take it better. You're going to be able to guzzle it. That's the first thing women say to me when they drink the water I drink is, "Wow, I drank a lot of it." That's because it's a quality water. Your body is going to accept it differently. I promise y'all that. Promise y'all. Yes, tell your team. We don't live near you. I know, but y'all can get me to you. Miss Tanya, hi, Jennifer. Just wanted to let you know, I hope you have a blessed new year. Miss Jennifer, happy new year, love. And thanks for being here again. I know you've subscribed. I need y'all to like the video to get my likes up, because my views are great. I'm thanking y'all for being here with me, but I need to get those likes up, and I need to get off of here now before I'm late. TDS meter, yes, E. Jarvis, better get you one. You are a jewel to the community and eventually beyond. Thank you, Malcolm. I would like for you all to know me. I'm a holistic practitioner with holistic hair and scalp restoration practitioner with lifestyle benefits. And this water knowledge, I was afraid to do this years ago because this is such a sensitive topic, but my knowledge is so strong now, and now I'm confident to talk to anybody. I give DAP to the water supervisors now because I understand the business and they know I understand the business. So I'm honored to share this knowledge with you all. Greetings, Ryan. I am not Diddy's mom. I ain't got no oil in here. But anyway, I'm getting off of here. Thanks, y'all, for joining me. Stay tuned. I'm going to call Tiffany now and tell her I need your help putting me together. We need to do some more dates because I am on tour. So I'm already got some things set up in Phoenix, and I'm going to do some here. I'm going to do a hydration seminar here. So that's what's up. Y'all have a great January 1st. It's 2025. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Also, if you want to really meet me and come learn. Nobody needs a beauty license to do anything, take any of my trainings. Register. The link is in my description. Register for the class. Come on out to Phoenix, Arizona. I got a few people already meeting me out there. You'll get to meet my resellers team. You know, I got 8 people now selling my product for me all across the United States. I just brought on a celebrity cannabis chef. That is my newest reseller. So I got things, I got opportunities for you. And again, you don't need a beauty license. Dora can't touch me. I've created my own brand, so I think you should, Malcolm. I want to come to New York. So I will be live again. As you all noticed, I've been going live from the suite, showing y'all how I get down behind the clients. So I'm going to be doing that a little bit more from the suite, and then live here only when I have the time because I'm a busy woman. I don't have the time to just sit on live all day. So it's 10 after now and I got to get off of here. So I love you all. If nobody has told you yet for this new year, let Miss Tanya be the first to say, I love you. I pray that something that I've shared was educational and you learned something today. Stay tuned, and I'll be back to announce my upcoming holistic happy hours, which is going to be hydration seminars. I'm excited and I'm inspired. That talking gal, I pray you reach out. I would love to talk to you and hug you one day. You must be a magician because every time I look at you, everything else disappears. Oh, you're so sweet. I love you too. Make sure you subscribe, y'all, and Happy New Year.